Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here on my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. Make sure to check in the description notes below the video where you will find links to all of my online shenanigans, including how to get my patterns to knit up for yourself, how to join the Watch Barbara Knit Facebook group, how to support me on Patreon, and how to get my merchandise. Today, it is the first Thursday of the month of May, so that means it is time for a Fave 5. Fave 5 is when I pick a theme, frequently suggested by y'all, and then browse patterns on various sites, mostly Ravelry, and pick out my favorite 5 patterns that grab my attention on that theme. Now, I'm not saying that these are the absolute best there is in the category. It's just the one that, were I looking to make something in this category, they're the ones that pique my interest at that very moment, which gives me the opportunity to revisit subjects should I want to. This month, I decided to go off the list because I have a list of things that people are suggesting and it is constantly being added to. But I decided, since this is Thursday and I believe this weekend is Mother's Day, that I would do a Fave 5 that would give people some ideas if they need to do a last minute gift for someone significant in their life. So it is, technically a Mother's Day episode, but I do want to acknowledge that there are definitely regions. I mean, the internet goes everywhere. Not all countries celebrate Mother's Day, and not all people celebrate Mother's Day, and Mother's Day can carry sadness with it for certain people. So if you are one of those people that Mother's Day is not something that is part of your celebration or not a cause to celebrate, I do see you and I empathize and my heart goes out to you. So these are small things that are kind of not normally what you would think of, that can be made very quickly as a gift to anyone, including yourself. But the big thing is I was restricting myself more what I wasn't going to pick. I'm not going to pick a shawl. I'm not going to pick a sweater. I'm not going to really pick anything that can be worn. I wanted fun things that are maybe a little bit out of the ordinary, or that you wouldn't think of when you're initially thinking of a gift that you can make for someone. This is also the end of the school year for a lot of people, at least people in my area, or it's coming up, and these would be excellent teacher gifts for end of year as well. So without further ado, we're going to get to boop. There we go. So here are, which way is it? It's this way. Here is the first one. I'm very excited about these because they are super cool. These are Sinkmates from Lorilee Beltman. Okay, so I have all the information on my computer screen in front of me, so I can make sure to get y'all all the correct information. I do have to use my bifocals, and while I definitely did search for these on Ravelry, I made sure that all of these are also available from other sources if you are one of those people who cannot use Ravelry. So this is Lorilee Beltman Sinkmates, and I just thought they were one of the cutest washclothy kind of things I've ever seen. I love that it's a mitered square. I love the beautiful I-core detail on the side with the contrasting color and the little loop that lets you hang. I can totally see this in just about any kitchen or even a bathroom. I think it's really clean design, and you can knit it in a myriad of colors, and I know it would knit up very quickly. Now, this is worsted weight, and she designed it with Lion brand kitchen cotton. Also, you could use the sugar and cream solids, and what you're going to need is you're going to need one that's just in the natural color, and then you'll need like your contrast color, and you can make a whole series of these. Now, let me see what else. It is a size 8 needle, and it takes between 60 and 70 yards. So you could totally make one of these, make a bunch of these, have them as a stash to give. Definitely a super fun thing. It says, enjoy a clean, simple design with some nice details, fun to knit, and great to have on hand for gifts. Exactly. Make a pile. She said that the bright palette, those bright colors are the Lion Brand Kitchen cotton, and you've got that natural, the neutral color is the sugar and cream. So she used both. Now she has said, so that color is an I-cord, and that's how she gets the loop, and says, many have noted it's important to keep the I-cord at a loose tension. Going up a needle size for the I-cord only is a great strategy. She just did not want to require 2 needles for the pattern. She did hers on 1 size needle, keeping care to be loose and sloppy with the cord. How often does a designer tell you to be sloppy? So that is fantastic. And again, don't worry either way. It doesn't have to be exactly square to work. No, it doesn't have to be square. Nobody should be getting a ruler out on their gift. So this is Sinkmates from Lorilee Beltman. I just thought they were super nice, easy, and fun. Now, the next one I have for you, this one is small. Small is the thing, but I've had some requests from people who want stuff that's a little bit more challenging. I like fast and easy, but also fast and challenging can be fun as well. So this is a pattern that if you've been wanting to try your hand at stranded color work, this is a very small way to do it. And also the instructions include steeking. So this is the Winter Woods Mug Cozy from Jessie McKitrick, and it is in fingering weight, and it takes between 55 and 66 yards, and she has called for a US size 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. And what she says about this is perfect for making several projects from just 2 skeins of yarn, or for using up odds and ends. This sweet little mug cozy is a great for a gift or to enjoy around your own mug for your hot beverage. It keeps them warm and it keeps your hands protected. Worked in 2 colors. It's knit in the round with stranded knitting and corrugated ribbing, she says. So that's going to keep it on. And then you steek it so that you can make the little button band to hold it on. But she also says directions are included for enlarging the project or for working without cutting your knitting. So if you're scared of steeking, then she has instructions where you can avoid that. But this is definitely the kind of small project that you can try it out on. So you can try your hand at the corrugated ribbing color work. You can try your hand at the stranded knitting, and you can try to steek it. And you know what? If any of those things go awry, it's just this tiny little thing and it's no big deal, but also incredibly cute gift for someone. So let's see, any more information? She said project use approximately 8 grams of the main color and 7 grams of the contrast color. So barely any yarn at all is used in this. I can see it in a bunch of different colors. Again, I think this is one that would make a great gift for just about anyone. I really think it's super cute. So that is the Winter Woods Mug Cozy from Jessie McKitrick. Next up, we're going into the bathroom for a little luxury, a little me time. When they talk about self-care, this is to help someone with their self-care. This is the Dianthus Bath Set from Romi Hill, and it's just beautiful. I mean, can you imagine using this washcloth on a daily basis, having it in your home? It makes everything feel like a spa day. So she is using Universal Yarn Clean Cotton. It is Aran weight. I'm pretty sure you could probably also use like the Lilies and Cream or one of the ones that we talked about for Sinkmates. She calls for a US needle size 6. That's a 4 millimeter. So she's working at a very dense gauge because Aran is fairly heavy and a 6 is considerably smaller than you would typically work. But that is going to make this a very sturdy item, which is what you need for a cleaning item. And The designer is saying there's nothing more satisfying than a bath set, I think. It takes less than a skein of yarn and about a day to make, but with a special bar of soap, it's just such a beautiful gift to a special someone or yourself. And that is one of the things that's really cool. So up here, you can see this is like a little pouch that you make that you put the soap in. So you have the washcloth, but you also have a little soap pouch, and they match each other, and they have the beautiful lace. And I also am a sucker for this color, so that might have sucked me in a little bit. But again, I can see this being an absolutely lovely gift, especially like if you had some homemade soap. That would be super cool. You wouldn't even have to do the washcloth. Just giving the homemade soap in the little pouchy thing would be very cool. Super, super fast and fun. And just, I think, a nice gift for someone. Okay, next up. This one, I felt like this one was way outside of the box. Again, I was looking for things that were relatively fast, a combination of easy and a little bit more challenging. The bath set with the lace. Lace is a little bit of fun. If you haven't done lace, that would be a good thing for you to try on at a small size. This one, when I saw it, I was like, wow, who would have ever thought of that? And obviously this one is done in a color palette, and it's called a Sunflower Hotpad, but if you chose different colors, you could totally make it look like a different flower. You don't have to go, if someone, either yourself or whomever you're thinking of gifting it to, isn't really have a sunflower style decor, you could also do this. So this is the Sunflower Hotpad from Mary E. Rose. And she said it's the first in a series of knitted flowers. So if you like knitted flowers, you should go check out all of them. Oh, and by the way, links to where you can get all of these patterns, both on and off Ravelry, are going to be in the description notes below the video. So if any of these tickle your fancy, definitely check those links so you can hop over and grab the pattern and support the designer. So she says it is, let's see here, it is in sport weight yarn and uses a US size 5, 3.75 millimeter, and you need between 100 and 137 yards. She used Wool of the Andes Sport, which is 100% wool, and actually that is something we do need to discuss. So this is a trivet or a hot pad. And like the Sinkmates, if you were considering them as a hot pad, you definitely need to use wool or cotton. You need to use a natural fiber, because especially this being a hot pad, if you use acrylic or a synthetic fiber and it comes in contact with something really hot, it's gonna melt. You don't want to make hot pads. You don't want to make anything that's going to come in contact with a superheated item out of a synthetic fiber, because those sorts of things will melt and cause problems. So wool or cotton, you could probably get away with linen, but just something that isn't, you don't want melting. Melting is not a good look on any of these things. So each petal takes approximately 6 grams of yarn. The center part takes approximately 26 grams, and then there's a backing that takes approximately 7 grams. And she is suggesting wool or cotton if used as a hot pad to protect a table or counter surfaces from hot items. Now, this could also just be used like as a giant coastery kind of situation. If you're never going to put anything hot on it, you can totally use whatever kind of yarn you want. But if you're going to use it to protect from heat, you definitely need to use a natural fiber. Okay. It includes instructions for an optional layer of batting between the front and back for additional insulation. So that is very cool. I just thought this was super cute. And you know what? I could also see it as like a wall hanging or just a decorative thing to sit around, but it's just so cute. It is a flower for a pot. or a teacup. I liked it. So this is the Sunflower Hotpad from Mary E. Rose. And then to wrap things up, I just couldn't resist. Again, thinking outside the box, coming up with some gift ideas that are really outside of what the hat, the fingerless mitts, the things that are just your go-to gifts. What even is this? Hunter Hammersen is Hammersen. I always want to put an N in there. My apologies, Hunter. Hunter Hammersen has all of these patterns for small things. Some of them of varying levels of uselessness, but all of them are cute and all of them look incredibly fun to make. And she also provides extensive instructions in her patterns. All of her patterns are very long and very well written, so you have step by step. This is Corralled. The name of this pattern is Corralled, and it is to make these absolutely adorable little baskety things, these little dishes to hold your stuff, because we all have stuff sitting around and you need something to hold your stuff. Now, this is one of the first times I've seen this. On the Ravelry page, it says yarn weight, any weight. You can do it with any yarn you want. Yarn gauge. Because you're not aiming for an exact size, gauge isn't as important as usual. Instead, aim for the tightest fabric you can comfortably manage. So what she means by that is, if you look at whatever yarn weight you have that you want to make one of these out of, and let's say it's worsted weight. Worsted weight, you're typically going to work it on a 7 or an 8. Try it on a 6. Try it on a 5. See how tight you can get it, because that's going to make it stiffer and it's going to make it more box-light and more able to hold things. So and it's hilarious. And she says, look, maybe your house is already perfect. Maybe you know every single thing you own. Maybe every single thing you own has a designated spot where it belongs. And maybe every single thing you own is currently resting comfortably in that designated spot. Or not, and you need someplace to put stuff. And this is for those of y'all who need someplace to put stuff. And let's see here. This pattern is tremendously detailed and gives you lots of options for different ways to fold up your tray. And as you can see, these have different folds. They have buttons. Some of them are sewn. And it's just really, I think it's cute. It's cute. It's fun. It looks like something that you could make just for yourself or for a gift. I could not resist this one, especially since it's in any yarn, any needle, any size, any amount. It's just super, super cute, and I love it. And she really doesn't recommend any yarn for it, which is absolutely hilarious. What she does have is what to do with the sweet, silly little things. Use them as a place to drop your jewelry when you take it off. Keep them beside your knitting chair to hold your stitch markers, darning needles, and scissors. Assemble some of your most beloved personal treasures into a little collection to show them off properly. Use them as a dice tray for your favorite board games, just anything. So again, a really fast and fun gift for someone special in your life, and I just thought it was really cute. And it is a whole bunch of pages. Again, she writes very detailed patterns, very detailed instructions, and really helps you on your way to success. So that is Corralled by Hunter Hammersen. Okay, so those are my Fave 5 fun, interesting, unusual gifts that you could knit for an upcoming holiday, or just for fun, or for a last minute kind of situation because you need to. I just thought it would be fun. There are a couple in there that would be skill building. The Mug Cozy has a lot of skills in it. If you haven't done lace, the spa set would do that for you. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with this one, looking at unusual things and changing the sort to exclude hats, to exclude scarves, to exclude all of your typical gift items. If you have ideas for unusual items that you might be able to make as a gift, please let us know and share it with the entire community in the comments below. If you have a subject that you would like me to try out in Fave 5, please do not hesitate to suggest it. I actually take screen grabs and have a whole folder saved so that when I need to do this, I can look to them for inspiration. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, click that like button. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to this channel and select notifications. Thank you so much.